Hello, my name is Harry Rivet, and my presentation is about Wilson disease. What is Wilson disease? Wilson disease is a disease that affects the liver, the brain, and other vital organs, which is caused by an abnormal amount of copper stored in body tissues. Wilson disease is a very rare genetic disease that affects approximately 1 in 30,000 to 40,000 people worldwide. People with Wilson disease aren't able to properly digest food with copper in it, and it ends up not being eliminated properly. 1 in 90 people are carriers of the Wilson disease gene. If both parents carry a defective gene for Wilson disease, there is a 25% chance that the child will have the disorder. The disease affects all three categories: digestive, respiratory, and circulatory. At the bottom of the slide, there's an image, and in that image, it shows what is affected by Wilson disease. Who founded Wilson disease and when? Wilson disease was founded by Dr. Samuel Alexander Kenner Wilson. In the year 1912, Samuel composed his doctoral thesis on the pathological findings of the lenticular degeneration in the brain associated with cirrhosis of the liver. Since of his findings, the disease is now named after the American-born British neurologist. Where is Wilson disease most commonly found? The condition is most common in Eastern Europeans, Sicilians, and Southern Italians. Wilson disease is normally diagnosed to people between the ages of 5 and 35. Even though you're born with a disease, normally this is when it's diagnosed, between those ages. Where the actual disease itself is found is mostly in the liver. Where the disease itself is found is mostly in the liver, which is caused by a buildup of copper. How to know if you have Wilson disease? While Wilson disease is present at birth, signs and symptoms don't appear until the copper builds up in the brain, liver, or even other organs. Signs and symptoms vary depending on the parts of your body affected by the disease. They can include fatigue, lack of appetite, abdominal pain, a yellowing of the skin and the whites of the eyes, golden brown eye discoloration, fluid buildup in the legs or abdomen, problems with speech, swallowing, or physical coordination, uncontrollable movements, or muscle stiffness. Those are all signs of the disease. How can Wilson's disease be treated? Well, there is no cure for Wilson's disease. Taking certain medications and supplements will help treat the disease. Taking copper medications will help your body's organs and tissues get rid of excess copper. And taking zinc supplements will prevent your body from absorbing copper from your food that is digested. And finally, how to live with having Wilson's disease. Basically, you have to limit a bunch of food or avoid it altogether, like shellfish, mushrooms, nuts, chocolate, stuff like that. Avoiding multivitamins that contain copper too. You should test your drinking water for copper, and if you find copper in drinking water, you should find a source of water that is free of copper. It's important to return to your doctor for regular follow-ups and visits and lab tests to make sure that your copper levels are under control. And that's it for my presentation. Thank you for listening.